I told you you get to see somewhere else, although it's not terribly exciting, is it? It's just my living room sofa, but it's somewhere different, and that's what I promised. Guys, welcome back to my channel. How have you been? Welcome to my living room. I know you've not been here before, but you know, it's cool. This week's just been a bit hasn't it? Like, I think it's been a culmination of things. I think the fact that we're a year now since the WHO said we were in a pandemic, and it just seems crazy to think that like this is what it's been like for a year. Like, I know we had that blip in the summer where they let us out, like a little bit of freedom, but it's just basically been like a whole different world for a whole year. I think that's been hard for people to kind of comprehend. And then there's just been really bad news stories in the media, obviously, sort of everything going on with Sarah and everything. It's just been hard, and I think that a lot of people have struggled this week. A lot of people that I've spoken to have just been having just a bit of a dull week, I guess. Certain things, like obviously they don't like affect you directly, but like sort of mentally and like the environment around you, it affects you. So this week has been harder for me. It sounds stupid, but like I was doing Slim Fast, which I know was like 1,360 calories. So I decided that I was going to up my calories to about 1,800 because I thought that would be a better, safer way of my weight loss, to start like sort of higher and then come down rather than starting like way low. Maintenance, that's what we're going for. We're going for maintainable, sustainable, you know? And I don't think I did too bad. Like, I'll pop a little like Maths Allen thing up here with like all my calories and everything. But I did find it harder. I think when you're on Slim Fast, or if you're on Slimming World, then you have like a plan and you know what to eat and you know what you're supposed to be having. Whereas when I'm calorie counting, like I find it difficult because I'm making the plan myself, and I do find that hard. Like I sit there and think, oh, I don't know what to eat for these calories, or I have had like a situation where I was like, oh, I don't want a potato because there's too many calories, but it's just a potato, you know, it's healthy. If I was on Slimming World, I've eaten the potato and not even thought about it because it's free food. Whereas because it's calories, I'm like, no, I don't want to eat that because then I don't have the calories to have a biscuit later. And I think I sort of trade off certain things when I'm calorie counting. So I have found that harder this week. I did have a really crappy day one day, and I came home and I was like, no, I'm not cooking, I'm having a kebab. So I had a kebab and it was great, it was amazing, but you know, not particularly on the weight loss plan. I stepped on the scales this morning and I have lost ½ pound this week, which is not amazing. I'm not like, oh my God, I've lost ½ pound. I feel a bit like, oh, I've only lost ½ pound, but got to try and be positive about it. I think the thing is, weight is so much easier to gain than it is to lose, because otherwise I wouldn't be sat here talking to you guys now. And I think just, it's so easy for me to go, oh, I've lost ½ pound, I feel crap, I want to eat crap. And then this ½ stone that I have actually lost, I could put on by Wednesday. Do you know what I mean? If I tried hard enough. So I think I've got to try and get it in my head that like any loss is a loss. And I know I'm really trying to focus on that 11 weeks to the dress now. And I know I've got to, you know, I feel like I've got to lose a certain amount of weight before I get to that appointment. But I've just got to focus on losing, and if I carry on focusing on the losing, then maybe the losses will be bigger because I'm still going and I'm not letting it get to me and like get me down. So the plan for this week is to go for more of like a 1,500 calorie, because I don't think 1,800 calories was working so great. I think that's only like a 500 calorie deficit from my TDE, so I think 1,500 calories maybe for this week. I'm also going to try and make at least one, if not two, recipes from my Pinch of Nom or Slimming World cookbooks. So I have all of the Pinch of Nom books, like all of them, and I've used them a total of none. So I bought them because I had the best will, and like I was going to be making these healthy low calorie meals, and I've never used them. Amy and Ian love them, like love the books, like make stuff from it all the time, and it does look really good. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm just lazy. So I decided that this week I would definitely make at least one, if not two, hey, if we push the boat up, maybe three, who knows, meals from those books. Because back when I was doing like the Slimming World and stuff, I would cook all the time. I'd be like Diet Coke chicken or Italian meatballs, or, you know, the turkey salt and bocca. It's like one of my favorites. Like, I don't know why I don't do that now. I think I'm just lazy. I've just become in a pandemic state of, if I can shove it in the oven and I haven't got to do anything to it, then that sounds great to me. And as long as it's not got too many calories, then that's fine. Which is a bit lame. So I'm going to try making a couple of dinners this week. I'm going to try like physically making the time to do them, even if that means that I've got to ask Rich to do other things, that I've got the time to do the dinner. I'm going to carry on with my water. You know, it's still going pretty well actually. I did find yesterday I did struggle with water, but because I was at work yesterday, and when I'm working and I'm nursing specifically, I find it hard to keep up with my water, because when we see a patient, it's just one patient for the whole time. There's not like that gap in between patients like we normally have with nursing, so I can just grab a drink. It's just one patient the whole time, so I didn't really have a lot of water yesterday. But other than that, I think it's going pretty well. I might even try to throw some exercise in, sprinkle a little bit here and there. I don't know, like maybe I'm trying to achieve too much in 1 week, but you know. We're carrying on with the detox as well, keeping that going. I really miss chocolate now. Like, I don't really care for the sweets too much, and I do, like yesterday I said to Rich, like, oh my god, I'd just love to have a can of Coke right now, but the chocolate is where it's at. And I think it's because it's Easter, and because, you know, there's just chocolate everywhere, and Jane's Patisserie keep putting out like these kind of recipes where I just want to eat them, and I think that's why I'm struggling with the chocolate. But I'm still going, I'm still keeping it strong. You know, got to keep those sponsors proud. So this week, that's the plan. 1,500 calories, a couple of recipes from Pinch of Nom, more water, maybe a little sprinkle of exercise, and carrying on with the detox. 5 tasks for this week. We can do that, and then hopefully when I come back next week, I will have a slightly better loss, but just still going with a loss, I think is the thing we've got to do. So I hope you're all staying safe. I hope everyone is looking forward to these better days and sunshine and just being outside and being with your friends, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Sit here to get this natural light that I have. I've got the door wide open and it's absolutely freezing. I don't think I'm going to film here again next week. It's warmer upstairs.